It is a slog. It's quite steep. The gnawing wing, oh, little bastards. You do need a reasonable level of fitness. Extremely spicy Scotch bonnet lamb curry. Oh, just arrived at Ogwen, ready to do a nice wild camp up at Y-Garn. Looking forward to it. Beautiful, beautiful day. Bit public this, feel a bit shit. So later on in the video, I'll be giving you a little useful tip that could potentially save you a few hours time and a lot of frustration. So stick around for that. Just on the way to Ogwen Cottage here to get the customary brownie and bakewell. And if they've sold out, I'm going to rain terror on this place. Oh well, thankfully for the mere mortals in this area, they did have them in stock, so there needs to be no destruction. I do really like this. Very good idea. I've not seen it anywhere else before, so I shall show thee. There you go. So, just left Ogwen Cottage. I'm just heading up now to the tarn. It's an absolutely stunning day. See, this is such a shame. Over COVID, it absolutely got hammered, this place. There was just people camping like 30, 40 tents at the tarn at any one time. Just heading up now to the tarn. It's a nice tarn. It's a nice tarn, yes. And then I'll go from there to the Devil's Staircase, where I'll head up to another tarn, and then head up to Y-Garn. It's a bit of a slog, but not too bad. It doesn't take too long. You can just see behind me where I'm going to camp. Just in that saddle, really. Really quite busy, even though it's a weekday, but this place has got a lot busier since COVID. But yeah, it gets nice and quiet once you've gone past this main tarn. Start heading up the staircase, you'll probably be lucky to see one or two groups of people after that point, which is nice. I like that. The gnawing wing, oh, little bastards, the little winged shits are out on force today, steadily gnawing on my scalp and shins, which is a bit of a pisser, but what you're going to do, it's just kind of part of it. At least it's not as bad as Scotland with those little midges, but still annoying. Oh, Christ, really are a frenzied swarm of little shits today, bloody hell. Right, I'm tempted to like cut to a picture of me just devoured as a skeleton, just for comedic effect, you understand. So the backpack that I'm wearing today is part of a set of two that I had custom built by Tom at Atom Packs. Absolutely fantastic packs. I got them highly customized back when he was doing more custom work. Don't know if you can see the backpack there. If not, it's probably stupid. But essentially I had them customized with a completely different back panel so that they could be used for winter with ice axes and whatnot. And then I got a crampon holder and like a little pouch added to it. I'll be doing a full review of the Atom Packs that I've got in a future video, so make sure you subscribe so that you're informed about when that gets released. As I say, absolutely cannot recommend them enough. Tom's fantastic to work with and his packs are just amazing. So just behind me, not too sure if you can see it, so if I can point to it, right there is a place called Idwal Slabs. So it's a really popular climbing venue. I've climbed there a couple of times myself. It's actually where I did my first multi-pitch lead. So it's quite easy relative to what you can do, even though ironically it's called a V-diff, which is very difficult, but that's actually down at the lower end of the scale for climbing. But yeah, it's very slabby and quite good. So this bridge is relatively new. Must only be about 5 years that it's been here, and before this you actually used to have to cross where you can see there. I'll just take it over. So the tent that I'm going to be using today is a custom made tent by a bloke, I think his name's Mark, in Scotland, a company called Trekker Tent. I'm going to absolutely butcher this name now, but I think it's the Soa, something like that. But it's an extremely good tent. It's very lightweight. It's made out of DCF, Dyneema composite fabric. I've had mine built with thicker than usual fabric, and inside it's been modified to be a 2-person tent almost, like 1.5 person. So mine weighs 1.6 kilograms, which for a double walled winter tent is actually really quite good. But the base model is, so I think it's 1.3 kilograms, which is absolutely fantastic. So I've also upgraded mine with 10mm poles, which is added to the weight, but it just means it's absolutely bomb proof. What the fuck was that? I'll take you around my tent later on as I'm setting it up, do a bit of drone footage I think of me setting it up, and then give you a very brief walkthrough of the tent. So Y-Garn is one of the Welsh 3000s. I'm not entirely sure what the actual height is, but I'll put it on the screen in a second. It's definitely not one of the hardest mountains, Y-Garn, but it is a slog. It's quite steep, so if you're planning on doing this route, you do need a reasonable level of fitness, especially for the section that's just coming up now, the Devil's Staircase. It just meanders up there. Oh, still a lot of flies around, haphazardly flying into your eyeballs, which is no good. Yeah, so I'm not entirely sure what this wall's for. I always do wonder. If anyone knows, leave a comment and tell me. So I'm about 2/3 of the way up now. I'm just approaching the second tarn. Not entirely sure what the name is. I'll pop that on the screen, as the cool kids say. Just going to filter a little bit of water before I head up Y-Garn. So I've got some for me coffee in the morning and for me dehydrated meal. That's shittier than I've ever seen it before, so I won't be filtering that. I can hear some running water, so I'll find out where that is and I'll use that instead. So I use the Catalogue B3 and I've got a stealth black one. Just filtered some water from up here. Actually had to come quite far up. I wasn't expecting it to be that far. In the distance there you can see Y-Garn. So I've got to walk all the way up that path there. This is the final stretch until your summit. It's a bit of a slog. Let me see if I can get in the back there. Yeah, and then I'm going to camp in between Y-Garn and the next peak, which I don't know the name of. I probably should do, but it's a fantastic spot. You get to see the sunset just behind you, and then you get to see the sunrise over Triven in the morning. Definitely a bit sweaty, as you can see on the mighty gut there. It's going to be an absolutely beautiful night. It's just nice, nice and warm. A little bit of a breeze, which will keep those little pesky winged shits away. So it's been really busy today, especially for a weekday. I am hoping that there's nobody in my camp spot, because there's only really enough for one tent to camp there. I've never seen anyone camping at this spot before, so I'm hoping that it'll be okay. But I'll have to think of somewhere else to go if there is somebody there, which will be a little bit of a pisser. You can just see Craggy and Snowdonia there in the distance. Oh, bloody hell. A little bit of poop to know up here, as I'm sure you can hear. It's really taking it out of me today, this. Must be the heat. It's pretty stifling, right? Oh yeah, almost at the top now. That's the summit there then. Right, so I've just got past the summit of Y-Garn. I'm just making my way down now to my little camp spot. I've had a little look ahead, and thankfully nobody's camped there. I was a little bit worried because it was so busy that somebody might have found my spot, but luckily we're good, we're good. So a useful little tip here: if you've just summited Y-Garn and you're on your way down to get back to Ogwen Cottage to do the traditional circular route, it's very likely that you're instinctively going to continue straight on this path. But that's not a good idea. Actually, where you need to go is to the right here. It doesn't seem like a path, and it seems like you're about to walk off the edge. But if you don't take this route, you'll end up heading towards a different peak, and you'll find it very challenging to actually get down. So I'll just show you now. It's a bit of an awful scree path down for a bit, but this is the way down. So there we go. Little hidden path. I'll just show you where you would have ended up. If you just follow the logical path, which is along there, you end up coming along and it'll eventually start descending down there. This is the Trekker tent seer in all of its glory. Yes, yes, I know how to pronounce it now. I mean, just take a look at this now as we fly over and just get like a nice little view of Ogwen. It's just utterly stunning views from this camp spot. I did actually take some drone footage of me erecting the tent, but unfortunately I'm having loads of issues with the follow me mode on the drone, so the footage turned out really crap. It was a bit like I had a giant killer bee swarming around me in a frenzied state. Yep, so it's a fully freestanding tent. I'll just give you a little view around, avoiding the guy lines. So as with most tents, you can open the front fully. Take this off and roll this around. There's like a little clip to let you put this in place. So yeah, so this is the inside. It's quite spacious. Right, so I dehydrate my own meals, and I had the choice today of extremely spicy Scotch bonnet lamb curry or spaghetti bolognese. So I think I'll go with the spaghetti bolognese. I had the lamb last time. Definitely worth investing in a dehydrated if you do a lot of camping. The meals that you can make are really, really good. I mean, this spaghetti bolognese is just made with proper beef mince, and it's pretty much as nice as fresh. Almost to a boil now. Yeah, I'm not too impressed with this new stove that I've bought. It doesn't seem to be a particularly direct jet, so it's possibly good for cooking rather than just boiling water. So I'll keep hold of it just for that. But yeah, it's like, I think it's probably took twice as long as my previous ones. Right then, so just wait for about 10 minutes now and have some delicious spaghetti bolognese. Well, good morning. What a sight. Beautiful. So all packed up and on the way down now. Really enjoyed that. Absolutely beautiful sunset and woke up to a gorgeous sunrise.